So, a very good evening to all of you, my friend of class 12B. I hope you all will be very fine, quite well, healthy, and happy. Will be with your family members at your residence. And I pray to Almighty for the very soon recovery of this pandemic also. As we all know that we are inside the home, so the first priority of ourselves should be our health, then our study. Okay, so some flying news are coming to us that the syllabus will be cut off little bit short, and but we don't know that from which portion the syllabus will be deducted, from the starting portion or from the middle portion or the from the last portion. But let's see what the message come. So yesterday, now we would like to start. Yesterday we were discussing our topic, and we have discussed a little bit. We were on page number 11, and I have told something to you, tracking social differences also. So we had started study about the bead industry of Chahundaro. We had started to study about Chahundaro, and in Google Classroom today I asked one question, that what is the area of Chahundaro, but you people were not able to reply. The correct answer is 7 hectare. The correct answer is approximate 7 hectare. Okay, is the area of Chahundaro. Okay, so now the second paragraph, heading number 5, page number 10, heading number 5, finding out about craft production. Finding out about craft production. We are discussing second paragraph of this heading. The variety of materials used to make beads is remarkable. Okay, stones like carnelian of a beautiful red color. Underline, these points should be underlined by you people. Stones like carnelian, that is of a beautiful red color, jasper, crystal, quartz, and steatite. Metals like copper, bronze, gold, and shell. Just to clear your concept, or just to consider this thing, that you people will able to understand this topic easily, we can take a simple example of any jewelry. Have you ever seen necklace? Just imagine about a necklace. Then you will see there are several kind of things that have been used for the construction of that necklace, for the production of that necklace. Some beads will be there. Number 2, then some metals will be there, gold or silver or anything else. Then apart from that, some very precious stones like steatite, crystal, quartz, jasper, and carnelian, all these things will be there. Okay, so the same way, now you may see to on the very bottom of the page. Now can you imagine, can you see this jewelry? This is also a type of necklace, I think. And in this jewelry, all the things that are mentioned in this paragraph has been used. Okay, so a tool and beads. Now these things, you may see two figures. This is the tool through which this necklace and other jewelry used to be made, and in this particular figure you may see that some beads are being picturized over here. Okay, so the stone like carnelian, jasper, crystal, quartz, steatite. Okay, metals like copper, bronze, and gold, and shell, faience. We will have to again see faience pot. This one, this metal faience, I have already told you yesterday that what is faience. Okay, so soil used to be mixed with some color, then fired, then that thing was called faience. Shell, faience, and terracotta or burnt clay. Okay, underline this word, the word terracotta. That the meaning of this word is burnt clay. Okay, Some beads were made of two or more stones. Okay, some beads used to be made of two or more stones, cemented together, some of stone with gold caps. Now, here we are just trying to understand about the minute technology of bead making. Okay, here we are discussing about the minute technology of bead making. Earlier, we discussed about what kind of material do we need for making a bead. Then we got that carnelian, jasper, quartz, crystal, statite, all these things we need. After that, some metal we also need like copper, gold, silver. Okay. Apart from that, and shell, faience, and terracotta. We all need all these things, okay, to make some bead. Then some bead were made of two or more metals, two or more stones, okay. Then cemented together, some of stones with gold caps, and on some stones we can see that some gold caps were also being used. Some were decorated by incising or painting, okay. And apart from that thing, some beads were being decorated, given a beautiful shape, beautiful decoration by incising or painting. Some specific size has been given, or painting is also these beads are being painted also, and some had designs etched onto them, and some beads have specific designs. When you just imagine about the jewelry, okay, and just think that on a very small part of metal, various kind of beautiful designs are being made, okay. So we should understand this thing also. Then techniques for making beads different according to the material. Statite, a very soft stone. Now when we are making beads, then as per our raw material, our technique of making beads is also changes. How? Suppose that we are having statite. Statite is a very soft stone, was easily worked. On that soft stone, on statite, bead work can be done in a very easy manner. Some beads were molded out of a paste made with statite powder, and some beads were molded. Molded means folded, okay, with the help of this paste of statite powder. This permitted making a variety of shapes. Now, when the stone, when the stone is very soft, then easily we can give it any shape. This permitted making a variety of shapes, unlike the geometrical forms made out of harder stones. Okay, unlike the geometrical forms made out of the harder stones, but it was not like that. As we find that some geometrical forms that are made out of some harder stones. I mean, it was totally an art to make bead. There was not a very geometrical, that such a length should be there, such a bend should be there, okay. But this is an art to give a perfect shape, okay. So how the statite microbead was made remains a puzzle for archaeologists studying ancient technology. Okay, technology. How the statite microbeads was made, still it is a very difficult to find the mechanism before the making of statite beads for all the archaeologists who are working. That is why it has been written down that how the statite microbeads was made. Microbeads, I mean very short, very micro in nature, very small in size. How these beads used to be made, statite bead used to be made, micro statite beads used to be made. It is a dilemma condition, it is a condition of confusion, and still archaeologists of ancient technology, archaeologists that are studying ancient technology, are still in a condition of puzzle about it, okay. Then experiments have revealed that the red color of carnelian was obtained by firing the yellowish raw material and beads of various stages of production. Now, can you see this beautiful jar? Pottery, some of these can be seen in National Museum also. Have you ever visited to National Museum at Kolkata? No, I really want to make you visit to that National Museum at Kolkata, but let's see when we will get a chance to visit over there. But these kind of pots you may easily see in the National Museum of Delhi or in the Site Museum at Lothal. Okay, so you can easily see these things. I mean, these pots have been found from Lothal, and we may easily understand that these pots can be seen in National Museum Delhi or in Site Museum at Lothal. Okay, so experiments have revealed that the red color of carnelian was obtained by firing and yellowish raw material. है ना? तो archaeologists came to know that how the red color of carnelian was being adopted, was being found. Then they came to a conclusion that the red color of carnelian was obtained by firing the yellowish raw material. Now, the original raw material, the carnelian, the red color carnelian, before being red, it used to be a plain yellowish raw material and beads as various stage of production. And from that yellowish, what should I say, soil, then some beads used to be made. Okay, and after them they used to be put into fire, and when they were being quietly fired up, then after a long period of time of firing, they used to automatically adopt reddish color. Okay, that is why the red carnelian is a very beautiful bead to be observed, including bangles, ladles, and inlay. These were specialized center for making. Sorry. I moved little bit more further. Now, what we are discussing, that nodules were chipped into grinding. Rough shape. Now there must be nodules means some very beautiful design, some sort of it will be, and nodules were chipped. These things used to be pasted, chipped, चिपका दिए जाते थे. Okay, into rough shape, and then finally flaked into the final form, and then ultimately the final form used to be given. Grinding, polishing, and drilling completed the process. You can imagine that a very micro thing like bead, how difficult it is to make one bead. What kind of process from raw material up to the final stage of a bead, from how many process does it pass through? Grinding, polishing, and drilling. ठीक है ना? Grinding, polishing, and drilling completed the process. Specialized drill have been found at Chahundlo, Lothal, more recently at Dholavira. Underline these things. If the question comes that from where we find the specialized drill, cut, shape, drilling, cutting, and shaping of a bead, in other words, we can say from where can we find the bead industry in Indus Valley civilization, then the most appropriate answer will be Chahundlo. But along with Chahundlo, from the site like Lothal and more recently at Dholavira, we also find the symptom of bead makings. Okay, we also find the symptom of bead makings. If you look at Nageshwar, now Nageshwar, where is Nageshwar? Nageshwar is a very famous site of Indus Valley civilization that is located in Gujarat. Nageshwar is in Gujarat. And Balakot. You know Balakot? That is in Pak occupied Kashmir area. Right now it comes under Kashmir. If you locate Nageshwar and Balakot on map number 1, we should see also. Now we would like to go to upper side and we would like to see the map of India also. Yes, this is here. This one. Now this is Balakot. You may see. This is Balakot. I think it's a very very downwards. It's not nearby Jammu Kashmir. It is too far from Jammu Kashmir, and it is, I mean, on the very west side of Gujarat, west side of Gujarat, far to Dhalavira. Okay, far, I mean, sorry, close to Dhalavira, but it is very far from Jammu Kashmir. Okay, so from Balakot here, and from another place, what I told, Nageshwar. Nageshwar is here. Now see, this is Gujarat area. So Nageshwar is here on downwards, on the too close to the Arabian Sea, on the nose of Arabian Sea and Gujarat. So here we find Nageshwar, and then Dhalavira is also in Gujarat. So now we come to our topic. Yes, we are discussing about Nageshwar. If you locate Nageshwar and Balakot on map number 1, you will notice that both settlements are near the coast. 100% we saw that both the settlements are near the coast, near Arabian Sea. There were specialized centers for making shell objects, including bangles, ladles, and inlay, which were taken to other settlements. I mean, these were the famous center for making shell. Now the question comes: why were these centers very famous for making all these things? Why? Because you know shell, shell, the object shell we find from sea creatures. You know, she. Have you ever seen a Hindi? It is called shank. We usually find in our houses. So shell, if you visit to, from here to Odisha, or from Odisha to Calcutta. Once 1 year before, I was coming from Baleshwar to Kolkata. Then on the way, I saw that in my train, I saw that train hawker came, and he started selling some very beautiful things made of cells. So I purchased there also. So why were these centers of Indus Valley civilization were and why did I purchase that shell? Because Odisha is on the bank of that one, Bay of Bengal, and so that is why they find, the hawker usually finds a lot of shell pieces from the sea, and then they give it beautiful design, and they purchase it on a very high cost also. So I purchased there. So that, in the same way, I wanted to say that why are these places like Nageshwar or Lothal, these places are situated on the bank of Arabian Sea, on the shore of Arabian Sea, because from Arabian Sea it was very easy to find all these raw material, shell for making all these objects, okay, including bangles, landals, and inclay, which were taken to other settlements. Similarly, it is likely to finished products such as beads from Chahundro and Lothal were taken to the large urban centers such as Mohenjo-daro and Harappa. And in the same way, we can also understand that bead making, that was very famous in Chahundro and Lothal in also. So from there, and recently at Dhaulabira also. So from these centers, when the bead were given a perfect shape, now when these beads were ready to be sold in the market, or for the purpose of trade and commerce, then these beads used to be taken from from these local places to higher market like Mohenjo-daro and Harappa. So now in these paragraphs we studied little bit about bead making industry, okay. These are very important things. The question will come from here. Now the heading number 5.1, identifying centers of production. Identifying centers of production. In order to identify center of craft production, archaeologists usually look for the following: raw materials such as stone. Now if you are an archaeologist, अब आप सब लोग अपने आप को archaeologist समझिए. Now you all are requested to treat like an archaeologist. You all are archaeologists. Now if you are going to some place, and if you want to search something, if you want to excavate something, then what would you like to do? First thing, what do you need? So archaeologists usually look for the following: what? Raw materials such as stone nodules, wool shells, copper, ore. Okay, now what do you need? You must be feeling that If this place used to be a good craft production center, then there must be some raw material also available. Okay, so you first would like to search some raw material such as stones, nodules, whole shells, copper ore. These are all raw material. Okay, then some tools, unfinished material, unfinished objects. What would you like to more see? Now on second point, you would like to see that are there some tools, are there some bead making tools. If you find it, then you will consider that okay, this can be a good center of bead production. Apart from that, waste material. Now when we I mean anything, if there is some industry like thing, if you go to a tailor shop, you will see that along with some good cloth, there must be some cutted cloth also. I mean that waste cloth you will find it there also. And if you go through any factory, you will find some waste material also over there. So during your excavation, during the excavation of the archaeologist, if they used to found some waste material from a particular place, then they used to consider that this place is very important from the point of view of bead production. So waste is also important, waste material. In fact, waste is one of the best indicators of craft work. 100% among all these options, the waste material was the best option to look that this place was one of the very important, very useful and very famous place of bead industry. Okay, in fact, waste is one of the best indicators of craft work. For instance, if shell or stone is cut to make objects, then pieces of these materials will be discarded as waste as the place of production. Okay, then if shell or stone is cut to make objects, then pieces of these materials will be discarded as waste at the place of production. I mean, if we to a little bit bigger shell or raw material, we cut into two parts, and then we use it, and another that is useless, then we throw it somewhere else, and slowly we may see that there are some huge collection of some waste material. Then automatically, when after a long period of time, when that place was digged out or that place was excavated, then it was very easily understood, understandable that this place was a great source of, or a great place of production. Sometimes larger waste pieces were used to make smaller objects. Okay, sometimes larger waste pieces were used. And what is the another way? Sometimes what do you find that larger waste pieces, the waste material, and the such kind of waste material that was larger in size, then these things used to be make smaller objects. These things we can use for making some smaller useful objects. But minuscule bits were usually left in work area. But still, minuscule bits, even then, apart from using all those things, some raw material that is left out over there, then these things used to be even left for a long period of time. These things were being left for a long period of time. And once again, when during this time period, 20th 21st century, the people started digging over there, then they found those small raw things. These traces suggest that apart from a small specialized center, craft production was also undertaken in large cities such as Mohenjo-daro and Harappa. So these traces suggest such a kind of things suggest such a kind of clues suggest us that apart from a small specialized center, just take the example of Chahundlo. Chahundlo is very small in size in comparison with Mohenjo-daro or Harappa, but it was a very specialized center for making beads. Okay, then specialized center. Apart from these specialized center, specialized center, craft production was also undertaken in large cities such as Mohenjo-daro and Harappa. Apart from these, some craft production was also being covered up in the Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. So through these things, today we people learned that what was bead making industry in Indus Valley civilization. You please read it clearly, then clear your concept and then talk to me if if you are having any problem. What is your homework? You have to write down the notes that I have shared today, 2 pages notes. I mean objective type things, objective type questions, objective points about Indus Valley civilization. The notes that I have shared today in your WhatsApp group, you have to write it down and show it to me. That is your homework. Take care about yourself. We will meet in next lecture. Till that time period, take care. Okay, bye, good night.